When we talk about waste in lean manufacturing, people immediately connect it to a shop floor related waste, typically like transportation or inventory like that. But there are a lot of waste which are also present in the office environment, like your purchase department, accounts department, then HR department like that. So in this particular video, let us talk about 10 different waste which are present in most of the offices. Come, let's get started. Hi there, this is Anand, your trusted lean manufacturing consultant. Last 15 years, we have worked with more than 100 companies, helping them to improve their productivity and quality through lean manufacturing initiatives. In this video, we will talk about 10 common waste which are present in all offices. Come, let's get started. The first waste is multiple or redundant data entries. In many companies, we have seen there will be a ERP system, right, where people will enter the data, but most of the times what happens, they also have to enter it in their own Excel sheet. If some other bosses ask for different data, they have to again enter the same data in other particular sheet. So generally what happens is the same data gets entered multiple times in multiple reports. So this is one common problem which we see in many companies, right? Sometimes the data entries will have some lot of errors during the ERP implementation that will actually create this issue, right? So people have to maintain different records, right? Again, compiling them and analyzing becomes a challenge in the long run. So this is the first waste. The second waste is waiting for information, right? When people wait for information from their subordinates or from their peers, obviously there is a waiting waste, right? Many times what happens, the data will not be get entered in the ERP system, so the other person has to wait. Only if the data is entered in the system, he or she can be able to deliver that material to the next stage. So there is a waiting for so there is a waiting waste involved here. The third waste is called waiting for approvals. Let us take an example of a purchase department, right? The purchase executive prepares a purchase order. It has to be approved by the purchase manager, right? Sometimes what happens, there will be delays, right? The purchase manager may be traveling, he'll be in some other meeting, right? So this purchase order may not get approved on time, so there will be a delay in sending this to a supplier. So there may be a no stock out situation which happens in the long run. So this waiting for approval is also one of the common ways which we see in many companies. The fourth waste is called searching for documents or information, which commonly means the staff member is searching for information, right? If there is a let us say an accounts department where they have a query, right, where they have to go and refer to the previous year's document, right? Many companies we have seen, they don't maintain the files properly, or there will not be any there will not be any visual indicators. The files will be all mixed up. So there is a lot of searching time involved. So this is one common waste which is present in most of the offices. Fifth one is incomplete information leading to reworks. Many times what happens, the staff member may be a new person, right? So he or she may be a new person working in this department. They may not be aware of how to do a particular job, right? So there will be a lot of reworks, and then they have to again start over and then do it. So this takes a lot of time and effort to do this. So this is the fifth waste. Then the sixth one is walking to different desks or physical locations, right? Typically happens in a government kind of an organization where people have to move the files from one location to another location, right? There are some departments still in the not computerized, so they require manual movement of files and stuff. So this is one common thing which we see in many government offices. So the seventh waste is slow ERP systems. In many companies we have seen, when the ERP systems are very slow, people tend to avoid entering the data in the ERP system because it takes at least 1 minute, 2 minutes to complete the transaction. In one of our clients' place, when they have to issue the material to the dispatch department, that itself is taking more than 1 minute per transaction. Right? So what they do is they actually create a separate register or an Excel sheet where they do this transactions, and then finally one person will do it in a data entry. Obviously the data will not be live and there will be a lot of errors. This is again a common issue because many times in a place like India where there are a lot of issues in internet connectivity, maybe the cloud service provider may not be of high bandwidth, so there is a lot of data related issues, speed related issues. So this is one common issue which we seen in many companies. Then the eighth point is excess reviews and excess approvals. There are many situations where there are too much of approvals required, right? some companies I've seen, even for 100 rupee, a small expense, there'll be like 5 layer or 6 layer of approvals required. So this obviously creates more waiting, and there is a delay in decision making. And then the ninth point is SOPs and the guidelines. The process in related information is not very clearly mentioned, right? Again, this is related to the previous point which I said. In many cases the SOPs are not clearly defined, right? So this is a issue which is leading to a lot of rework. People don't know how to do a particular activity. There will be a lot of errors, and then it creates a lot of delays and waiting for the customer. The last point is lack of proper file storage systems, right? It can be either in physical form or in digital form, right? When it is a physical form, we need a lot of racking systems, storage systems for maintaining the files. Not only the infrastructure, but also the people have to maintain it in a proper way. Fiverr is a good system to store the files, proper organized way with clear labels, visual indicators, with categorized, if they can store the files in a categorized way with clear information, it will be very good. Similarly, in a computer, right, if the files can be organized in a clear way with clear folders, with version control, and so that anybody can go and easily take the document without searching. So these are things which are important. In case the storage is not proper, there will be a lot of time which will be wasted in searching the document. So these are all the 10 common ways which are present in offices. How many of these ways you find in your office environment, and what are the steps you can take to reduce these waste? Please let me know in the comments. If you are interested in learning more about manufacturing, we have an online course which covers lean manufacturing in an in-depth manner. We also have another course called Manufacturing Leadership Program, which will help your junior employees to learn the basics of manufacturing company so that they can perform better. I will give the link of these courses in the description. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you in the next video. See you. Bye-bye.